It is despicable ya kwamba Mkenya anatoa malalamishi ati kurudisha mkono serikali inaondoa maisha ya huyo Mkenya. It is diabolical. It is very wrong. Na tunasema hawa watu wote, watu ambao wako kwa positions ya uongozi, we must respect the lives of Kenyans. Na hii mambo ya kutisha wa Kenya lazima ikome. It has to come to an end. If you feel the heat is too much, you are in a government office. You don't want to be criticized. You don't want Kenyans to give your opinions about your conduct. Safari ni moja tu. Sio Mkenya atanyamaza, ni wewe utaondoka kwa hiyo kiti.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can all admit that Ndindi Nyoro of late he has been very vocal. And Ndindi Nyoro is a man that we cannot underrate as we speak in the current Kenyan politics. Now, Ndindi Nyoro, he has come out and he has talked of so many things. Things that are done in government that are not right. Mark my words. That are not right, and they're happening in government currently. Number one, he has talked about the education, where he is questioning the government, why didn't you include examination money in the budget?
Ati wazazi waanze kulipa mtihani. Vile tumekuwa tukifanya hapo awali, serikali inalipa mtihani, waendelee vivyo hivyo. Na kwa hivyo hata ile pesa hawajaweka ya mtihani, wajue kule watatafuta, waache kwanza kurenovate hizo nyumba kubwa kubwa zinakuwa renovated. Waweke pesa katika elimu. Waweke pesa katika exams. Na hiyo sio tafadhali.
Number one. Number two, he has also talked about taxation. He's asking housing levy. Why are you just people taxing people and it's not making sense at the grassroots?
Inga utafute interview ilifanyika na PS hiyo wakati. PS wa housing. The initial proposal was the housing levy was to be an investment. Ya kwanza Mkenya akikatwa, it was to go and de-risk the construction of the low cost housing, alafu anarudishiwa baadaye. Tukienda hivyo ikatoka kwa investment ikakuwa ni kodi. Now this is the astonishing figure. The government figure ambayo ilikuwa released by Kenya National Bureau of Statistics inaonyesha ujenzi katika Kenya construction sector shrunk in the year of 2024 by 2%. Wakati ambao tunapigiwa mapicha ya kuonyesha housing projects. Cement consumption in Kenya in the year 2024 shrunk by 7.94% according to the government figures. Utumizi wa chuma ama steel ulienda chini. Hii ni kuonyesha ya kwamba the housing levy was more productive in the economy when it was in the private hands. The 70 billion was more helpful to our country when this money and the discretion to spend it was left to Kenyans. Na kwa hivyo tunauliza, kwa sababu tunasikia watu pale wa treasury wanasema wanataka kukarabati housing levy. Vile wa Kenya wanauliza ni hivi, ile ukarabati muhimu housing levy inaweza fanyika needs to abolish the housing levy in totality.
Ladies and gentlemen, he has even asked the government to abolish it. Ndindi Nyoro has not stopped there. He has talked about pension, where the money for Kenyans that they have saved through NSSF, they are planning to use it in construction of roads. He is also correcting the government on lying to Kenyans. In that, the government started by saying that housing levies are saving. Eventually now it's a tax that is not refundable in any way. So this kind of consistency where he's correcting the government, as per to me, this is not just something to look at and ignore. It's a serious thing, and this is a serious statement for 2027. I'm going to do an extensive video on how Ndindi Nyoro is going to work with other leaders. But in this particular one, I want to talk about the warning that is sending President William Ruto through criticizing and stopping him from doing some things. That is going to form the basis of this analysis here. But before I take you through, take a second or two to subscribe, like and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, what is this that Ndindi Nyoro is up to? First of all, let me tell you that don't ignore the statements made by Ndindi Nyoro. on various bases. Number one, Ndindi Nyoro is also from Mount Kenya, which has huge numbers for voting in this country. Huge number of voters. These people of Mount Kenya, Ndindi Nyoro is their darling. I'm telling you, take it or leave it. They love Ndindi Nyoro. Not because he's just Ndindi Nyoro, because of the track record that he has made in his Kiaru constituency. Secondly, Ndindi Nyoro is national. Everyone across the country, especially the elites, they know Ndindi Nyoro. Thirdly, Ndindi Nyoro, we can also not rule out the fact that he speaks a lot of sense to the people, which make people fall in love and may also like him so much. So therefore, I'm telling you that he's a darling of the people of the mountain. If you go to the youthful people of the Mount Kenya region, they will tell you that Ndindi Nyoro is our future president. And I'm telling you, this is what I see on the comment section. People who call me, share with me, that Ndindi Nyoro is a very potential leader for this country. He's also an educated man. He has, I think, 2 masters that he has done already. Also, to say it, Ndindi Nyoro, ladies and gentlemen, the knowledge he has in economy gives the idea that is another Kibaki emerging. So therefore, as we speak today, Ndindi Nyoro cannot be underrated on the basis that he comes from the Mount Kenya, which has a vast voting bloc. He's also having so many features that the people of Mount Kenya like about him, hence he can easily gain the support of those people. I've even done a video before and said, if there's someone that Matiang'i can pick as a running mate and hit right in all corners, it is Ndindi Nyoro. And then all these other leaders in opposition support him. Then Ndindi Nyoro become the best running mate for Dr. King Ofredi Matiang'i come 2027. And I hope Ndindi Nyoro can stop all other things and Matiang'i can not look aside, focus on Ndindi Nyoro and let them form a very nice coalition for 2027. I'm going to do an extensive video on why I feel it is Ndindi Nyoro. But in the meantime first, Ndindi Nyoro's statements are something that William Ruto must get concerned about. Now, when you look at the aspect of being youthful, Ndindi Nyoro, when he speaks, the youth see a leader in him. And as he keeps on criticizing President William Ruto, he goes on to get more support across the country and especially Mount Kenya people. So if this comes on board, eventually we are going to have Ndindi Nyoro gaining support and becoming a leader that the youth of this country want in power. And if people are not careful, if it happens that probably some other leader goes for him, that leader, if he has good track record, good integrity, and he has integrity, then there's a likelihood that these people attract more support from the youths of this country. Because Ndindi Nyoro, when they were voting for Finance Bill 2025, you remember what he did. When other leaders were abusing us, Ndindi Nyoro was speaking with the people. When we had Gachagua being impeached, Ndindi Nyoro kept off. And Ndindi Nyoro has always been very careful when he speaks because he knows the electorate are very smart. So therefore, Ndindi Nyoro is a person that William Ruto cannot underrate at this point. Ladies and gentlemen, as we speak today, Ndindi Nyoro, combined with the Rigathi Gachagua, having the people of the mountain people that they are leading towards the rest of the nation, that is not a formation to underrate. That is not a team to underrate. The two people complement each other immensely. When I look at in the comment section here, when I was asking people, what did Gachagua do when he was in Madeira? People talked of that he built schools. In fact, people are saying that the same way Ndindi Nyoro is doing, where he used to build schools, put tiles, cabros, equip the school, hand over to the administrations of those respective schools. That is exactly what Ndindi Nyoro is doing. So Gachagua did that as well. So when it comes to track record, the people of Nyeri know Gachagua very well. They know him. Secondly, when we talk of Ndindi Nyoro, he's also having the same track record. Now, when we talk of the way they speak, Ndindi Nyoro brings issues, Gachagua brings issues with some form of, toughness. So that kind of, those two characters, they complement each other. When they combine, they bring a very nice product from the Mount Kenya people. So if these two people combine, get the support of Uhuru Kenyatta financially, this is not a team to underrate for 2027. I want just to tell you this. Whoever they support, they'll bring not just 6, not just 7, the 8 million they are saying from the Mount Kenya people. They are saying they're eyeing 8 million votes. And if you're not careful, they can hit those numbers. Those people are a huge number. Gachagua was saying they are pushing it to take it to 8 million. If they combine together, they say they are supporting Gachagua. I mean, they are supporting either, let's say even Gachagua, Kalonzo, Matiang'i, Natembeya, or whoever with the billionaires of Mount Kenya. We are going to have a presidential candidate determined by those two. So when these people, when you see Ndindi Nyoro speak against William Ruto, you see Gachagua speak against William Ruto, eventually they are going to meet somewhere and have a conversation that's going to take this country to another level, the politics of this country to another level. It's my appeal to many leaders who want to be president of this country to work closely with this team from Mount Kenya people. Gachagua, Ndindi Nyoro, add people like Wamishomba. That is a formidable team to take this country far because it has people with track record with them. And that is what Kenyans want as we speak today. As we speak today. Now, Ndindi Nyoro is a threat to President William Ruto. People have been saying he's a mole, something like that. But me, I see that Ndindi Nyoro is genuine. Because when he's telling William Ruto that msitutishe vile mlitisha kwa positions za parliament, hapa kwa ground tutapambana nyinyi. That is a statement probably that caught me in surprise. I don't know what's your take. See you next time for more videos. Please share with me on what you think about Ndindi Nyoro's warnings to President William Ruto.